Hey, welcome to Texas and welcome to Cooking at Home with Sabra Hummus. What a great product we've got here. We're going to do something a little bit different with it. We're looking to play around with the flavors. But hey, first a little bit about me. I'm Chef Simon Webster, the owner, the builder, everybody's dog Dottie, to look after Sabra Passion. I've built a little business down there in Texas, been there 16 years, and it's in the heart of East Texas, in Palestine, Texas there. Great little spot. Obviously, you're listening to me and you're saying, well, he doesn't sound like a Texan. No, not quite. I was born in England. My parents emigrated to New Zealand in the 60s, so I was brought up in New Zealand, hence the Kiwi accent. But, you know, being a young Kiwi, we've got to travel, so I ended up going back to England for a while, opened a restaurant for 11 years, and then sold out and moved to America. Came to Leesburg, Virginia first, and then moved across. Everyone says go west. So I went to California, bought a house, sold a house, and then bought 25 acres in Texas. It's a great little place to live. I love it down there. But hey, we're talking about Sabra hummus here. And Sabra hummus is more than a dip for your carrots or a dip for your chips. And we're going to make it a little bit different today. We're going to do it with seared salmon. And, you know, we're going to get our salmon first. And all we do is get some flour, season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. A little bit more salt than you normally put in because it actually creates a crust on it. A little bit of fresh black pepper. Little stir around. And nice, about an 8-ounce piece of salmon. If you're looking for the recipe, it'll be up on site soon, so you'll be able to see exactly how much food and what you need to do. Once you've dusted it in your flour, you're going to turn around and come over to your fry pan. We're going to put a little bit of olive oil in the fry pan here. I've had the pan warmed up first just to keep it nice and warm. Makes it actually cook a bit quicker. Once it gets that heat in there, you want to put the side down first that you're really going to show off your dish. A little bit of frying going on here. We're going to crust up the outside of the salmon. You don't need to season the salmon because you've already seasoned the flour with your salt and pepper. So that's all you really need to do. Take a few minutes to get a bit of color in there. So a little bit more about Texas. You know, Palestine's within 2.5 hours of Dallas and Fort Worth, about 3.5 from Houston and San Antonio. San Antonio is a little bit further, but we're at the central point. It's kind of like a golden triangle, so it's kind of interesting. Why I picked Palestine, Texas? Reason. There's a great, easy to get to the airports, great to get to the cities, but we're still in the country. Nice and secluded. No internet access, no telephone, so no one's going to bug you. So you can have a very nice weekend away. So once our salmon now, you can start to see it. When it's ready to turn, you'll see a little brown on the bottom there, on the edges. What we'll do, just turn it over. Like again, the recipe's on the website there, and you'll be able to look at that. Once we've seared either side, we're then going to place it in the oven. Of course, we've already got 2 ready, so, you know, great little start to the day. Just going to put these on the side. Turn the gas off underneath because we don't need to cook them anymore. But they're ready to top with the hummus recipe. So with so many different flavors, you can use obviously the roasted garlic if you want, the spicy hummus. Being in Texas, they like their food spicy. But we've gone with the classic hummus. It's just a milder taste, and it's not too strong to overpower the fish. So to this, we're adding some green onions. Actually, we call these spring onions in New Zealand, so there you go. It's kind of a different name for them. Some really nice fresh cilantro. see some arrangement of parsleys here, some beautiful arugula. These come fresh from my garden. I have 9 raised vegetable plots out the back. So we bring in all our own fresh veg each time. Wouldn't be Texas without jalapeno. I've chopped these up already. Remember jalapenos? Don't wipe your eyes after you've chopped them. They'll get pretty hot. Again, you don't need to season the hummus. It's already pretty flavorful anyway. And what we're adding to it makes it really nice. These are diced mangoes. Do we have any questions coming up yet, Christine?
Not yet.
Not yet. I hope some of my New Zealand friends and my Italian friends and my English friends are all watching on live on the video stream. So we really hope you're getting a good look and seeing it down here in Texas. It's so simple. It's just using ingredients that you have at home. If you don't like cilantro, use parsley. I tend to use the Italian parsley. It has a little bit more flavor. I like the flat leaf, which is great. It's really up to you guys. I know people don't like cilantro. Chili-wise, you can add more if you want it spicy. So it's up to you how you go with that.
So Rosemary is asking.
Rosemary, hi.
You take the skin off the salmon.
You can do it with the skin on if you want, or the skin off. It's totally up to you. I like to put the skin on normally and then peel it off afterwards, but I like to eat the crispy skin as well. So when you're garnishing your plate, I have some lemons here, and I put them in the pan first to get them nice and crispy. They just brown the outside edges, but they make a nice garnish in the plate. One of the ingredients you obviously need to use in the hummus is a bit of lemon juice as well.
Vicky would like to know if you have a preference on the type of salmon you use.
Well, a few years ago, we were invited to a lodge in Alaska. Now, salmon is so good there, I've been spoiled. We were there for 10 days, and I really like Alaska. It's so fresh. But farm is okay. I mean, it's really like what you can get at the store. I mean, I know things are getting difficult to buy at the moment, but whatever you can buy, get it. You can actually do this with snapper as well if you wanted to. You could probably do it with flounder as well. But with the flounder, it's quite flat. You need to fold it so you get a pocket, and you put the hummus inside that pocket, and then just bake it in the oven. It won't take long at all.
How long in the oven they're wanting to know?
So for the fish?
Yes.
Yes. So the recipe is on site, so that tells you how much time. Depending on how thick your fish is, if it's a real thick one, it's going to take longer. I kind of like my fish medium rare. So if it's crispy on the outside, 2 minutes either side, and then put it in the oven for about 10 minutes. It should be fine.
Do you serve your hummus sauce at room temperature?
Yeah.
And do you have a favorite side dish you would recommend to serve with this?
Yeah, well, I just picked that this morning. I really enjoy my arugula at the moment. It's kind of spicy, but it really puts a neat twist on the actual dish. This is fresh from the garden. We also do this. We have a wood-fired pizza oven, so we tend to cook a lot of pizzas, obviously. But we do this on top of the pizza as it comes out. So it's been really nice. And I don't have to walk far to get it. So it's really walking to the gate and back again, farm to table. Do we have any friends from far away?
I haven't seen any yet.
Come on, guys, wake up. New Zealand, I know you're just getting out of bed. You're having morning coffee. And I know in England, they're just probably having their afternoon tea.
Several of our Texas friends have commented.
What's the comments?
Well, Vicky and Tyler. So she's watching
You're just
right
down the road.
street. Yes.
So serving, like I said, yeah, I like mine with a little bit of arugula on the bottom. And then So at this stage, if you had it with the skin on, you could peel the skin off. But like I've done with that, the other thing is you find with your salmon, you have a little tail on here. So if you put that in the pan first, the tail will set next to the fish and it seals it there. It's really good. And then you end up with a nice, pretty looking portion. And then all you have to do, put it on your plate. At this stage, you could also put some more mango on the top just to make it stand out. And as we said in the recipe, save some of your garnish for the top. And I like my plates because they've got a handle on to hold them. So they're kind of fun. If not, you can get your big serving dish. Get a little bit on the top. And if you want, you can do a little swirl. And this one, you can decorate with Italian parsley. And your lemon again. So there's lots of ways to serve this. Don't forget, all the recipes are on the website. If you want to do it with cod, salmon, obviously we're doing salmon cube cod, that's fine. If you want to do it with flounder, cod will cook the same as the salmon. Flounder is a very thin fish, so it won't take long at all to cook. So you've got to be a little bit careful with that one. You have more questions for me?
Michelle really loves mango. If you put a different fruit in, what would you choose?
Yeah, I mean, you can put whatever you like at the time. I mean, I like mangoes anyway. Pineapple's another good one to put in there. It has a little acidity to it, so it makes it real, you know, kind of get the spicy and the sweet.
And what flavor of hummus did you use?
I used the plain hummus because I was adding lots of flavors to it. They do a great roasted garlic, but if you're not, a lot of garlic in there, so you kind of got to watch the flavor there. Obviously, the spicy one's really great, but again, we're trying to control the spiciness or the garlic. We want to keep it just a nice even level. We don't want to overpower one flavor. We really want to enjoy the salmon, but the hummus is actually just a nice little side dish from the top of that.
And how many people would this recipe serve?
Okay, we've done the recipe for 2 people, and it's 2 pieces of salmon. But, you know, if you wanted to do small ones for bite size, a little cocktail party, you could still do that. So 1 piece of salmon you could cut into 4, put it on a nice crouton, put the salmon on the top, and then put your hummus on top of that. So then you'd have a nice little portion that people could go around with. Any more questions? Any more things that you want to know? One thing I didn't tell you, we'll pilot as well. So I fly a nice vintage plane, and I do a lot of deliveries in that plane. So I fly in Texas. A lot of people have ranches, and a lot of them have runways. So I've done quite a few deliveries by plane. So Uber's got nothing on us.
You're a different kind of Grubhub.
Different type of Grubhub, yeah, she says. Anyone else there in the world listening? This recipe, I know it's been very quick, but it's a simple, most food is simple and quick. And, you know, I really appreciate you watching and seeing what we've done today. And I hope we can see you again some other time. But the recipes are on the Facebook for Sabra. They have all the recipes on there. And they obviously have the video again. So if you need to watch the video, you can see it through there. Thanks again for watching. Appreciate it.